best friend,
Ozzy!
Yay! And today we have a new topic. Drum roll, please.
Bam!
The price mechanism and the microeconomy. Yay! Now, before we begin, this unit has 5 chapters. Chapter 7, Chapter 8, Chapter 9, Chapter 10, and Chapter 11.
Yes.
So, we're going to split this video into 2 parts. 2 parts, you hear me? 2 parts. This video is going to be explaining Chapter 7, 8, and 9. The next video will explain Chapter 10 and Chapter 11. Now let's begin with Chapter 7.
Worms in my head.
Hey, Ozzy, we're about to start. Don't be weird.
Sorry.
Okay, let's go to the first chapter we're going to be discussing. Chapter 7.
Hey, that's my job. Move.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
demand and supply curves.
Okay. Hold on. That is your part.
Change the screen. Change the screen. Cut. Okay, sorry for that. But anyways, so back to what I was saying. Chapter 7, demand and supply curves. First, let's get to know the economy. So, in the economy, we have a market. In that market, producers and consumers get together to trade. Producers are people who sell goods and or services for profit. Meanwhile, consumers are people who buy those goods and or services for their own benefit. Now, how do you think these producers and consumers communicate? Well, it's through a self-regulating mechanism called the price mechanism.
Ooh la la.
Hey, Ozzy, it's your turn to explain now.
No, I don't want. Let me stare at the handsome guy.
Hey, Ozzy, no! No, get out of... sorry for this disruption, but Ozzy, back to you, please. Be sane, okay?
The price mechanism. The price mechanism is the method used to allocate resources in the market economy. As a self-regulating system, it is crucial for effective resources distribution. The price mechanism works by sending signals from consumers to producers, indicating which goods and services are in demand and guiding production decisions. In an economy, essential economic activities occur, such as production, consumption, employment, and income generation. These activities happen due to the interaction between 2 economic entities, household, which are the primary consumers, and firms, which are the main producers. Yeah.
Here's a diagram that shows the flow of economic activity. You can take 5 seconds to take a screenshot. Now let's move on to our next subtopic, demand. Ozzy, the floor is yours.
Yeah. So, demand refers to consumers' willingness and ability to purchase products. Quantity demand specifically relates to the amount of products consumers are ready and able to buy. Wait. Sorry. Yeah. Essentially, quantity demand addresses the question of how much a consumer is willing to purchase, while demand focuses on the consumer's overall willingness and ability to buy.
Demand can fluctuate due to several factors, including income levels, the price and availability of related products, and fashion, taste, and attitudes. Oh, sorry for the struggle. Okay, here is a table showing the factors and their effects on demand. You have 5 seconds to take a screenshot. Alright, time's up. Let's move on.
Never stay with your ex.
Ozzy, this is your part. Don't forget.
I'm just feeling a bit emotional.
say in a video?
The factors mentioned before significantly influence demand. However, when using the assumption of ceteris paribus, which means keeping all other factors constant, the law of demand applies, making price the sole factor that affects demand. Oh yeah, and assuming all other factors remain constant, the law of demand states that when price rise, demand falls, and when prices fall, demand increases. Yeah. Demand can be shown in three ways: through a schedule, function, and curve.
Wait, that was a bit too fast. Let's go back to the function a bit. I can't. Please help me.
Oh.
Ow, that hurts. So we're back to the function. As you can see, the function is QD equals A minus BP. And here are the definition of those variables. QD stands for quantity demanded. And A equals to the higher QD between the 2 points of consideration. B equals the change between the 2 points of consideration of QD, and P equals to the change of the 2 points of consideration in price. In other words, B equals the difference between the first QD and the second QD, and P equals the difference between the first price and the second price. Alright, now let's go on to curves. This is what a normal demand curve would look like. However, in addition to the law of demand, the demand curve also demonstrates shifts or changes in demand. Oopsie. Sorry about that, but I'm back to what I was saying. In addition to the law of demand, the demand curve also demonstrates shifts or changes in demand. These shifts can either be positive or negative. A positive shift means a shift to the right. It indicates an increase in demand, as you can see up here. While a negative shift means a shift to the left down here indicates a decrease in demand. Now let's move on to the second subtopic, supply. Okay, so supply refers to a producer's willingness and ability to sell goods or services. Quantity supply is the specific amount the producer is prepared to sell. Quantity supply answers how much a producer can sell, while supply focuses on their overall willingness and capability to sell.
Now here are the factors affecting supply. The increase and decrease of supply are affected by many factors, as you can see here, such as cost of production, optimization in the use of factors of production, technological change, number of sellers, weather conditions, price and availability of related products, government policy, and expectation of the future price. Now here you can see factors affecting supply. I will give you 5 seconds to screenshot. Alright. The factors mentioned before significantly influence supply. However, under the assumption of ceteris paribus, the supply states that higher prices lead to increased supply and lower prices lead to decreased supply. And the law of supply can be shown in 3 ways: through a schedule, a function,
and this time it's QS equals C plus DP. QS stands for quantity supply, C stands for the lower QS between the 2 points of consideration, D stands for the change between the 2 points of consideration of QS, and P equals to the change between the 2 points of consideration for price.
and curve. A graph depicting the quantity of goods or services a producer is willing and able to sell at various prices. In addition to the law of supply, the supply curve demonstrates changes or shifts in supply the same like demand. Now we're on chapter 8!
Before that, let's have a short break. Da, 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 da.
Jose,
Blaze, I want you back, mate.
Dad?
Oh my god.
You want me...
Son?
You want me back?
Yes, son, I do.
You never go back to me, after this, don't tell me what to do.
I don't...
나의 두 눈을 감으면 떠오르는 그 눈동자.
Alright, welcome back from the break. And now let's continue off where we left off in Chapter 8. Price elasticity, income elasticity, and cross elasticity of demand. Yep. Hey, could you give me a hand?
Okay. Oh,
Thank you.
yeah.
So, first we have elasticity. This refers to the responsiveness. Generally, it represents the ratio of the percentage change in one variable to the percentage change in another variable. Economists use it to measure how a function reacts to a change in a parameter in a relative manner. Elasticity comes in three forms that impact both demand and supply: price, income, and cross. Cross refers to the cost of related goods, by the way, if you don't know. So let's first talk about price elasticity. Price elasticity measures how much the quantity demanded or supplied changes in response to change in the price of goods and services. Income elasticity, this measures how much the quantity demanded or supplied changes in response to shifts in the income of consumers and producers. Don't forget, it's both of them. Now, cross elasticity measures how much the quantity demanded or supplied changes in response to change in the price of related goods or services. There are also 5 interpretations of elasticity coefficient: elastic, inelastic, unitary, perfectly elastic, and perfectly inelastic. Elastic is a percentage change in a variable that results in a proportionally larger percentage change in quantity demanded or supply. This means a 1% change in the variable leads to more than a 1% change in the quantity. This elasticity coefficient for elastic cases is greater than 1. Inelastic is a percentage change in a variable that results in a proportionally smaller percentage change in the quantity demanded or supplied. This means a 1% change in a variable leads to less than 1% in quantity. The elasticity coefficient in elastic cases is less than 1. It's essentially the opposite of elastic. Now we also have unitary or unit elasticity. This is when the change in variable is proportional to the change in quantity demanded or supply. This means that the elasticity coefficient for unitary cases is equal to 1. Now we also have perfectly elastic and perfectly inelastic. Perfectly inelastic is when the variable stays constant while the quantity demanded or supply changes infinitely. So it goes on forever and ever and ever. And perfectly inelastic is when the variable changes infinitely but the quantity demanded or supply remains constant. And now here we have the formula for the price elasticity of demand. It's quite simple, I guess, in a way. We shorten it to PED. It's the percentage in the quantity demanded over percentage of change in price. You can see here's a simplified version for those of you who are trying to solve a graph or some sort. Next, we also have the formula for income elasticity of demand. That is called YED. It's the percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in income. Lastly, we have the cross elasticity of demand. You skipped too much.
Sorry.
Okay, we call that XED. It's percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in price of related goods. Did you guys notice that all of them had percentage change in quantity demanded as their top? That's one common thing. Now, let's move on to the factors affecting price.
Miss me? And now it's my time to shine again. Yeah. How price, income, and cross elasticities of demand can affect decision making. There are PED. PED describes price fluctuation in the market, how changing prices affect consumer spending and sales revenue, and then the resulting impact. And YED provides information on how the QD varies with a change in income. Lastly, XED provides information to consumers and producers about the price of related goods. Yeah! Yeah! Clap for me! Clap for me, Ducky! Clap!
I'm sorry you had to see that, but let's move on to chapter 9. Price elasticity of supply! Yay! Ozzy, a little help with the slide, please?
I want to intro too.
Don't worry, worry, you'll get your turn next time. But anyways, this is the formula for the price elasticity of supply. It's known as PES. It's percentage change in quantity supplied over percentage change in price. It's pretty similar to the price elasticity of demand formula, but you just change quantity demanded by quantity supplied. Now let's move on to the next slide. Ozzy? Alright, factors that influence price elasticity of supply. 3 factors that influence the price elasticity of supply is the availability of stocks, the time period, and productive capacity. Implications of PES for the ways in which businesses react to changing market conditions. Understanding the PES helps businesses gauge how quickly and easily they can adapt to changing market conditions.
Now move! This is my time to shine. We are proceeding to chapter 3.
Hey, wait!
Demand
We're
and
saving
supply.
that for the next video. Didn't you remember?